Welcome back into the shadows where we cuss and discuss about random topics that I'm interested in at the moment. So, tonight we are going to watch a video called Killer Girlfriend Explodes During Interrogation. Let me just make sure my mic is up. Ooh. My mic might have been just really low. I apologize. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, this YouTube channel is called The Crime Scene. I love it. Exit full screen. I want full screen. Is it full screen over for you guys? Oh, I didn't add it to the stage. I'm a dumbass. All right, let's do this.
Body of 38-year-old Marcel Hill. He had been beaten and stabbed. On May 18, 2013, police in Jackson, Michigan received a 911.
Of course it's in Michigan. Of course it is. At least that's Jackson. That's about 5.5 hours away from me, so that's okay.
One call about a man bleeding in his apartment. When officers arrived at the scene, they discovered the lifeless body of 38-year-old Marcel Hill. He had been beaten and stabbed multiple times. Not far from the scene, police located Marcel's girlfriend, 30-year-old Camille Guillemette. Her clothes were covered in blood. Witnesses told investigators they heard yelling coming from Hill's apartment earlier in the evening, and that the couple had a turbulent relationship. Police learned Hill was a registered sex offender who had gone to prison for second-degree criminal sexual conduct and felonious assault.
Girls, do that background check before you get with the guy. You always do the background check. Okay.
Guillemette had also served time for assault.
I'm not impressed so far.
And had attacked Hill with a hammer just a few weeks previously. Had the couple had another violent altercation? Investigators bring Guillemette in for questioning to find out.
Her fat ass is just sleeping in the corner. Doesn't care that she just stabbed her boyfriend to death. Yeah, sounds like a good relationship.
Hi, my name's Gary Shooting. I'm a detective here with the police department. You mind sitting up for me for a minute?
We're gonna leave. I'm gonna go home and sleep.
Okay. Where do you live at?
I'm watching. I don't know.
What's that?
Not far.
Not far? You don't know your address?
Over Mason.
Mason Street?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm wondering if she's on something, intoxicated in some way. Oh, oh my God, where'd you guys go? Where'd everyone go? Where'd it go? Hello, come back. Oh, my screen just popped away. Okay, sorry.
I need to talk to you a little bit. Right now you're in the police department, so you know that, right? And I think I dropped my pen. Hold on just 2 seconds. Okay? Slip down here. You from Jackson?
I'm afraid of her. I'm scared. I have a feeling she's gonna do something violent. I don't know why. Grab his pen and stab him or something. I don't know. I'm just afraid. She seems off.
Kinda. Am I gonna be able to leave after this?
Well, I don't know.
Why?
I'll be honest with you. Because it's a pretty serious incident here.
They told me they just need to talk to me. That's it, though.
You're right. We just do need to talk to you. I don't understand. I want to understand exactly what's going on here.
Okay.
Okay? How do you spell your name with a C?
C-A-M-I-A.
C-A-M-I-A. What's your name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany Jamil? How do you spell that?
G-I-F-F-A-Y.
And how do you spell your last name?
G-A-M-E-T.
G-A-M-E-T. How far have you gone through school?
10.
What was the last school you went to?
Herbert Hoover.
What's it called?
Herbert Hoover.
Where's that at?
Iowa.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. We got an Iowa in here. I don't know if that's what they're called.
Can you read and write?
Yes.
Barely.
Have you taken any drugs today?
No.
I don't know about that.
Any prescription drugs or anything like that?
No.
Not sure about that one either.
Okay. What about alcohol?
Yeah, it's not thought of it.
How much have you had?
A couple beers
Yeah, that's what I thought, lady.
at the bar.
I'll stop.
What bar did you go to?
Jack's.
Where's that at?
Over by Manhattan's.
Okay. When's the last time you drank, you think?
What time is it now?
It's about 6 in the morning. Something like that.
When's the last time you drank? What time is it now? 72 minutes ago.
Maybe 12. I don't know. Exactly.
You feel like you're drunk right now?
Yeah. Just cold and tired.
And not giving a shit about the boyfriend she just stabbed. Like, what is her deal? And if I didn't have these closed captions on, these subtitles, I would have no idea what this chick is saying. She doesn't talk well.
You tired?
Yes, I want to go to sleep.
Are you too tired to talk to me right now?
No, I'd like to talk to you so I could leave.
This bitch really thinks she's going home after this. Like, wishful thinking, lady. All right, I'll stop pausing it so much.
Okay. I have to read you your rights. Okay? Have you ever had your rights read to you before?
It depends. Just go ahead.
So, just for everybody's knowledge, always remember this. You only have your rights read to you if you are in custody and in interrogation. Custodial interrogation is the only time you're having your rights read to you, aka you are under arrest, probably. There are some times where they'll just Mirandize you just in case, they're not necessarily gonna arrest you, but they might, there's certain cases, but generally speaking, you go to jail. And don't talk to them. Lawyer, lawyer, lawyer. That's what you say, okay? 3 times. Do it.
I'm sorry, you have or no?
I don't know. It depends on what
You don't know what?
All right, please.
Okay. Before you answer questions or make a statement, you'll fully understand your rights. 1, you have a right to remain silent. 2, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. 3, you have a right to consult with a lawyer before you answer questions or make a statement, and have him present during questioning while making a statement. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before questioning or anytime during questioning if you so desire. If you answer questions or make a statement without consulting a lawyer, have a lawyer present. You still have the absolute right to stop at any time you wish, answer no further questions, or make no further statement. Or you may, anytime you wish, stop answering questions or making a statement until you consult a lawyer, have a lawyer present during questioning. These are your rights, and what they say pretty much here is like on number 1, you don't have to speak with me if you don't want to. If you say something, it can be used against you in court. If you want a lawyer, you can have one at any point. If you can't afford one, they'll give you one and it won't cost you anything, so that doesn't have to be anything that you need to worry about. Okay. And if at any point you want to stop, you can stop, and that can't be used against you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, so if that's
Okay, dude. Like, do we have to go over this twice in a row? Come on.
the case, I don't have to talk to you. I can have a lawyer. Where can I go?
Well, at this point, we're investigating a homicide.
Okay, I love that. She's like, well, at this point, if I get a lawyer, like, she knows, she must have been around the block or a time or two, because she knows that if they had enough evidence right now, she'd be under arrest. They obviously haven't arrested her yet. So they need her confession. And so she knows that, she can see that. So she's like, okay, so technically, if I ask for a lawyer right now, I'll be able to walk right out this bitch because they need my confession to proceed. Okay, now this is wishful thinking on my part to hope that this is going through her mind. It probably isn't, and she's probably gonna squeal like a little pig and freak out and whatever, and like have no defense after that because she confesses. I mean, I'm just assuming since we have 32 minutes left, and that's generally what happens in these interrogation videos. So, yeah. Yeah, wishful thinking on my part. That's what I would do though, if I heard if I was in this situation.
Okay.
You are investigating a homicide.
A homicide. Okay. So at this point, we're looking at this and we're trying to figure out exactly
You
what
say that
happened.
somebody is dead.
Somebody is dead.
And who is dead?
Marcel. Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Marcel is dead.
Yes. Does that make sense to you that I said what I said, that Marcel is dead?
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
Okay, girl, stop talking. Stop talking. I love stupid criminals, though, because shit, how would we get him off the street, you know? You don't know him? Isn't he your boyfriend?
So what I would like you to do is take a preliminary breath test for me. Would you be willing to do that?
Yeah.
See what your alcohol level is?
So he has to test her alcohol levels. Like, she admitted to drinking, so he legally has to wait, like, 12 to 24 hours if she's, like, over a certain limit. 'Cause you can't interrogate, like, an intoxicated person, like, you just can't legally. It doesn't work, you know? Because you have no idea if this whatever the hell this person's spewing out is true or not. I mean, I'd say you don't know either way most of the time, but whatever.
I'm blowing there as hard as you can.
Sorry, I just wanted to skip through that little.
One more time. Okay.
Nope, didn't work. I didn't hear the click.
Okay. You're 0.18.
I was gonna guess 0.16, but yeah, she's pretty high. They probably won't interview her. They'll probably wait it out till she's more sober.
So you drink more than a couple of beers, huh?
No, I didn't.
No?
Just a pitcher of beer, for glasses.
Did you drink any other drinks?
No.
Okay. You feel all right to talk with me?
Yeah, what are you going to talk about?
Okay. Let me go through this real quick, all right?
Mm-hmm.
This just says, the above statement of my rights has been read and explained to me. I've had an opportunity to ask questions concerning my rights, and I now fully understand what my rights are. I wish to answer questions or to make a statement without consulting with a lawyer, have a lawyer present during questioning. Waiting my rights to remain silent in the presence of a lawyer at this time. I wish to state no promises or threats that I made to me, against me, or any others. Okay, just the signature there.
What am I signing for?
This says that I read your rights to you, and that I can promise you anything. Okay, can you date it too?
I would not interview her right now. She needs to sober up more. She's too drunk. And he's doing this because she's drunk. He's going through this rights sheet again with her. I mean, you always have to sign off on your rights, you know that you understand your rights, but he's like he's gone through it with her 3 times now. I just wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't interrogate right now. I'd wait it out 6, 8 hours, see where she is.
Please, page 5, 18, and 13. Thank you. What I wanted to talk to you about was the last time you saw Marcel.
I was at a friend's house, okay?
Uh-huh.
She wanted to go over and see Marcel.
Okay.
When we got over
Damn, she gonna get right into it before she didn't know Marcel. Okay, you know him now. All right.
there, it was dark. The door was open. I went in there. We went in there. Marcel was laying there. There was a lot of blood. She called the ambulance. Then she panicked and she left. And I tried to wake Marcel. He wasn't responding. I panicked and I left. That's it.
Okay. About what time did you get there?
I'm thinking there's probably a little bit more to that story.
I don't know. I didn't look at the clock.
Was it before the police got there? Just before?
It was before she called them, yes.
Okay. Who was your friend?
Her name was Ashley. That's all I know.
Ashley?
It was just Ashley.
What, do you know what her last name is?
Just Ashley, no last name. I like this lady.
No,
I mean, no, I don't like her. She's a killer, but you know what I mean.
Is she a white girl, black girl?
she was mixed.
Mixed white,
White,
black?
white.
How old is she?
She's about 25.
25? Can you describe her to me?
She's about 135 pounds, light skin. Can really describe me about 5'3". Short blonde hair right here.
Sure, what?
Short blonde hair right here. About right here.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Marcel?
When we went over there before she called the ambulance.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Before then, when was the last time you saw him?
Earlier today. I don't remember what time.
Okay. Ashley called the ambulance, not you?
Yes. I don't have a phone.
Okay. Is he a boyfriend of yours?
No.
Has he been a
Sure.
boyfriend of yours?
No, not exactly.
Can you explain?
Not exactly, girl. Hmm. An FWB?
You know what your relationship with him has been?
Just casual friends.
Do you have a sexual relationship?
We had before.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
When's the last time you had a sexual relationship with him?
About 3 months ago.
Like it wasn't even okay. Not even 2 minutes ago. She just said she didn't even know the guy, and now I had sex with him 3 months ago. Like okay,
Does Ashley have a sexual relationship with him?
I never know.
Not that you know of?
No.
How long have you known Marcel?
10 years.
What'd you meet him at?
Downtown when he used to live at the Adams Motel.
Okay.
that sounds like a great place to meet friends. People living in the Adams Motel. Okay,
What's your address right now?
I'm kind of here and there.
he shouldn't be doing this interview right now. He shouldn't.
Okay. Do you live there with Marcel?
No.
Your name's on the mailbox.
Okay.
Okay, God. Ah. Okay, 3 minutes ago she didn't know him. Now she had sex with him 3 months ago, and her name is on the mailbox of the house that he's dead in.
Did you get mail there?
That name just got put in the mailbox like yesterday or something.
Who put it on there?
Marcel did.
Why do you do that?
To get a piece of mail.
From your mail?
Yeah, because I'm in between places. I didn't have an address.
Okay. How did you get all the blood all over you?
I was trying to wake him up. And there was glass. I stepped in glass. There was broken glass. I stepped in glass. I don't know nothing else.
Okay. Did you have an argument with him tonight at all?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
I know that you've been in some arguments with him in the past.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like you guys have had kind of a difficult relationship.
We haven't had a relationship exactly. Yes, sometimes.
Okay, see, this is why you don't talk. You have no idea how much that detective on the other side of the table knows. I promise you, they know more than you do. They're gonna bring back memories that you're like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. I promise. Like, mm, just don't talk. Get a lawyer.
In the past, we haven't. Okay.
It looks like, judging from some of the stuff that maybe he's been abusive to you. Is that true?
Yes, sometimes. Yes.
Was he abusive?
Okay, now I'm sorry, I'm pausing a lot, but I'm gonna explain to you guys. So now what he's doing is he is easing her into, well, maybe this was self-defense. He's saying, well, I'm hearing maybe he was abusive to you. He's gonna go into, I bet you he's gonna go into, well, did you guys have a fight tonight? And did he start to abuse, did he get physical with you? Did he hit you? And you had to defend yourself, And they throw minimizing things out there like that to slowly introduce them to confessing. And once you get to that point of her saying, yeah, okay, I did do it, but it was because of this, and this, I did it in self-defense, then the detective is going to go through all his notes and say, all right, now let's go back through this. I want you to explain it all to me backwards. and you know, and we're gonna go pick out all the little inconsistencies. Just wait, it's gonna be great. This is kind of the slow part, but we're getting to the peak, I promise.
Use it to tonight?
No.
See? What did I say? What did I freaking say? I knew he was gonna say that. All right, let's go back like 10 seconds so we get the context again.
That maybe he's been abusive to you. Is that true?
Yes, sometimes. Yes.
Was he abusive to you tonight?
No.
Some people heard you guys arguing tonight. What was your argument about?
I don't know about an argument, sir.
What's that?
I don't know about an argument.
I'm just trying to understand this.
Okay. I don't know about an argument.
I don't mean to upset you.
No, you're not upsetting me. I'm upset myself that.
Okay.
Are you? Because none of us would have known. You're pretty dang calm. I don't see any tears, emotion, anything. At all.
What upset you
I think you might just be upset that you got caught.
about that?
I've known him for years.
Okay.
Can you tell me what he died from?
Well, it looks like somebody killed him.
I'm gonna have you tell me what he died from, girl.
Are you sure that he's dead?
Yeah.
But you don't know exactly what made him die?
Well, right now it looks like somebody beat him up pretty bad.
How do you know he's dead?
I saw him
You saw him, okay.
Mhm.
You saw him where?
in his apartment.
Okay, well, does he go to the hospital?
He will eventually.
What do you mean he will eventually?
When they move him from there, they will.
So he was already dead.
dead. Yeah. Yeah, he was already dead inside the house. The important thing here, Camille, is for me to understand exactly what happened. One of the things here that I'm looking at, and I'm going to be completely honest with you here, is really the only way I like to do things. I've gone through a little bit of yours and Marcel's history here, and actually is a name that you've used in the past to call a complaint on Marcel.
No, that was an accusation. I do have a friend named Ashley.
Ashley Jones was the name that I was told.
Can you do me a favor?
What's that?
Okay, so she's crazy.
Can you guys handcuff me
Got freaking imaginary friends and shit now. Oh boy.
and take me to where he is?
I can't do that.
Okay, there's something so sick about killers wanting to see the dead body. She just said, "Will you handcuff me and take me to where he is?" I don't like a bunch of women who got away with murder just came up in my mind. Karen freaking Reed, Wendy Adelson. They wanted to see the body. They looked at the body. They wanted to see the body. Well, Karen saw the body after, and Wendy tried so hard to see the body after. So it's so weird.
Most important thing at this point is just to do some damage control here and let me know exactly what happened tonight. Sounds like you guys were arguing pretty good. According to the neighbors, they heard you. And they said that an argument was going on pretty good between you and he. And then it stopped. And then, of course, we seen you around the corner and you have all his blood on you.
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm trying to understand what happened. I'm asking you questions.
I told you what happened.
Well, Camille, that doesn't make sense.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I would hope that you'd be honest with me.
I am being honest with you. You're assuming that I'm not. I told you what happened. That's what happened.
Do you understand why I'm assuming that you're not being honest?
Yeah, what's the first 48? That's what you guys do. You try to use psychology.
I love her. Yeah, I know what you're trying to do to me. I watched the first 48. Okay.
And guess what? It's not going to work. I told you what happened.
What happened?
They always think they're smart enough to talk themselves out of it. And they can't because they don't know how much evidence that detective has. They don't understand how much that detective knows. They don't understand that that detective isn't going to ask a question that he doesn't already know the damn answer to.
I'm not gonna repeat myself. It's just your notes right here.
Mhm.
I said we went over there. It was dark. We went in there. You know what I'm saying? He was non-responsive. She called the ambulance. She panicked and left. I panicked and left. That was it.
Did you run away from the police?
No, I did not run away from the police. I just.
Did you throw your cell phone?
No, I don't have a cell phone.
You had a cell phone tucked up underneath your bra
Yeah, it goes to my old cell phone. But
that we found in the backyard that the 911 call was made on.
She's an awful criminal. Girl. Okay, what were you doing with your damn phone case in your bra? That's just weird to begin with. Like, how is that gonna hide anything? Second of all, why did you separate the phone and the phone case? I don't get that. Just get rid of them together if you're gonna get rid of it. And don't get rid of it in your backyard. Your house is a crime scene now. Like, come on. These people, you must not watch the first 48 very much because you haven't learned very much.
That's why I'm asking you these questions. I'm not trying to be a wise guy here. I mean, here's what I think. I think that you've had a very difficult relationship with Marcel. I think that there's been a lot of things that have occurred between you and him. And I think ultimately it got to a point tonight where it just exploded. And I don't know if this was self-defense.
How do you know this?
And I don't know, this might be self-defense. See, he's working that into her slowly.
How do you know she did?
Listen, I've been a cop for 22 years.
Okay, this is also another thing that these killers do is it's like they try to delay and stall their confession once they realize, okay, shit, this detective knows a lot more than I thought he would. They start with the stalling technique of, okay, but are you sure he's dead? Are you guys hearing that? That was my dog. She's dreaming. God, I hope you heard that. That was amazing. Anyway, I don't even know how. Oh, yeah, they'll be like, "Are you sure he's dead?" It's so common.
Doesn't mean he's dead.
He's dead. He's not breathing. He has no pulse. He's cold. He's dead.
I'm almost positive Wendy Adelson did this same thing too. No, he's not dead. Are you sure he's dead?
That was what you said. They didn't try to CPR him, nothing.
It won't work. He's dead.
How do you know it won't work? If you saw him, how do you know he was dead? That's what I'm asking you.
I know dead. He's dead. Okay? I know what dead is, and he's dead. What you got to think about right now is what happened with you. You got to start thinking about you and what's going on with you. Okay? And I need to understand what happened to you tonight. Or what's going on. You have a small cut on your hand there. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Some people heard you talking about him using crack cocaine tonight. Was he using crack?
That's maybe what's wrong with her. I don't know. She's not very crack-like though. She's more like drunk. Drunk, yeah. I don't think she was using crack. She'd be like all tweaked out.
Don't know. I told you I just got there. I don't know.
Come here, this story is not going to work for you. This doesn't work. I don't know if this makes sense.
Also, they're gonna do forensics. They're gonna find your DNA all over in that place. They're gonna find, I'm sure, your DNA on the weapon, which I think it is a knife. I think he was stabbed. I'm not sure. Yeah, like stupid.
It's a true. Why did you ask the people at the bar?
The people at the bar weren't at your house.
Yeah, well, somebody gave me
The people at the bar weren't over at Marcel. Who was the person that gave you?
I don't know. It was a stranger. He asked me if I needed a ride.
Did he give just you a ride?
Yes.
How did Ashley end up there?
I walked to Ashley's house.
Where does Ashley live?
I don't know. She just moved. She was down somewhere down by Lansing Avenue.
Come here, see, that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Are you sure she doesn't live in your head? Like, okay. We're still going on about this Ashley, this imaginary friend Ashley.
Okay, look, you're starting to get on my nerves with this psychology. Telling me that everything I'm saying to you doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it doesn't make sense. It's just.
Listen, I don't know if you think I got a magic wand or what. I'm not a psychologist.
You're telling me everything doesn't make sense.
Here, listen. Let me make perfect sense to you. Okay. Marcel is in there. There's blood everywhere, and he's dead. Okay. You were in there beforehand, and you had an argument with him. Okay. There was no one else there, and he's dead. You ran away from the scene. The cops caught you. You got his blood on you. That's not psychology. Those are facts.
Oh, that's not psychology. Those are facts. And I would say a pretty damn good stack of circumstantial evidence, too. Circumstantial evidence from which you can make inferences from. Inferences? Is that the word? Inference? I'm gonna be so embarrassed if that's not the word. Inference. Yeah. Okay.
The stuff that you're telling me doesn't add up. And what I'm trying to do is find out why you're telling me this when I already know the rest of the stuff. That's what I'm trying to understand. And what I'm worried about
He ain't gonna ask a question he doesn't know the answer to.
here, and I'm not playing psychologist with you, and I watch too much TV. But what I'm worried about here is that we have a situation that looks like you cold-bloodedly murdered somebody and then tried to escape the scene, when in actuality, maybe there was a domestic fight going on and you were protecting yourself. That's what I'm trying to get.
I was correct. I think I'd be a good detective.
To the bottom of here. And right now you're giving me this clouded bullshit because you're worried. But this ain't gonna work. And that's what I'm telling you. No, there's too many other people.
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm upset because he's dead.
Well, I would be upset if I were in your shoes too. Because this is very
Yeah, I'd be upset if I just got caught for first degree freaking murder too, girl. Whew.
important stuff. And this stuff doesn't go away. And it won't end. That's why I'm asking you for the truth about what happened tonight.
What are my options right now? Are you guys keeping me regardless for what? Can you just tell me?
Well, Camille, I haven't completely made a decision about that yet. But right now, when I listen to this story,
You're going to jail, baby girl. You're going to jail. And you're sitting there till trial, too, I promise.
does not make any sense. No sense at all.
But I don't have a lawyer. So if I talk to you next thing I know, you're going to be hitting me with some serious charge. I want to know if I can leave.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you will be hit with a very, very serious charge. One of the most serious charges you can get, actually. So, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, all right? Do you want to tell me what's going on? Am I wasting my time?
No, what I'm telling you is that I don't have a lawyer here, and I know.
You don't have a lawyer here.
And I know that things can be used against me. I want to know.
Absolutely.
Girl, you already Why are you asking for a lawyer now? You already spewed all the shit out. Like, are you kidding me? You couldn't have come to that determination 23 minutes and 49 seconds ago?
I can leave. That's what I want to know. They were just going to talk to me and let me leave.
Right now, you cannot leave. No. Now, do you want to talk to me? Do you want a lawyer? What do you want to do?
If I want a lawyer, then what, am I going to jail?
If you want a lawyer, regardless of whether or not you want a lawyer, that doesn't matter. Okay?
You're going.
That's not going to be used against you.
What do you mean?
If you want a lawyer, I'm not going to be vindictive and say you're going to jail. All right? You're going to go to jail either way.
I'm going to jail either way.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I love this.
What I want to know is whether or not you want to tell me what really happened.
Can you please? You can't take me to him.
No.
That is so weird.
I mean, obviously, you're very upset about this. Okay? Can I
If I go to jail, I'm not going to be able to see him. I just need to see him, please.
I know you're very upset. I know this is really hard for you. I'm very sorry for that.
Can I have a cigarette? Is it like on TV? Can I smoke a cigarette?
At this point, no. We
Can I have my one last stogie, please?
don't have any way we can do that.
Well,
The important thing here is just for us to understand what's going on. All right? This thing got pretty serious. The most important thing right now, Camille, is for you to be honest with me about what is going on here, about what happened tonight. The honesty is probably the most important thing for you and going forward with your life.
What do you mean going forward with my life? You just told me I'm going to jail anyway, right?
Yeah.
I can't go see.
Yeah, there ain't no more going forward with her life. Straightforward to the prison.
Yeah.
You can't.
So what do I do?
Life doesn't end today, okay? For you, it doesn't end today. So it's important for you to be honest about what's happening.
I want to see him.
Well, I'm sorry, that's just not possible. You can't see him. But what I want to understand is,
Oh my God, I'm never gonna fucking see him again. Oh my God.
see your boyfriend?
No. He's just somebody I care about. I'm never gonna see him again. No.
I mean, it's really important at this point to focus about what's and talk about what happened.
Can I have some Kleenex, please? My nose is about to start running.
Yeah, we'll get some Kleenex.
I'd have Kleenex and hand sanitizer in every interrogation room. Like, come on, dude. Get it together. You need a woman's touch in this police department.
Just a second.
Oh, God.
She's freaking me out when she's looking around like that. Like I don't know, she's freaking me. Like, I feel like she's I don't know, she's scaring me. I feel like she's been looking around for something to stab this guy with or something. I don't know.
Here you go.
Oh, toilet paper.
Listen, I know this was a bad situation. Okay? And I know that you and he have had a hard time with one another here recently. Okay? I know that. I've seen some reports. I've seen some other incidents. Nice shot. All right? I've seen some other things that happened. Okay? What I think here happened is that you guys had a falling out. Okay? You had a bad time. You thought this is just another domestic situation, just a bad thing, going bad again.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't think you intended to kill him at all. I don't. But I need to understand this. Okay? I need you to.
Here's that downplaying it, the minimizing it. He's just trying to get her to say that she did it. That's it. That's all he needs. We don't have very long left, so I don't know if she's going to confess. At the beginning of the video, I thought, I said I was pretty damn sure we were going to have a confession here, but I don't know.
I need you to be honest about what happened. All right?
I want a lawyer. I want a lawyer. Please just take me to jail. Just take me to jail.
Okay.
That's it. That's the end of interrogation. I want a lawyer. Done. Done right there. You have to say those words.
All right. Just relax. All right.
See, you see now how she's crying? But at the beginning of the video, when they were talking about him dying and stuff, there were no tears for him. These are tears for herself. Yeah, tears for herself. Remorse for herself. None for her victim. Typical.
Just sit tight for a minute, okay? We'll be with you in a second.
See the way she looked at him when, like, she wants to stab this guy, I'm telling you. Oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy, the beast arises again.
Oh my god.
Oh god. What does she think she's doing? What does she think she's accomplishing with this? I don't understand. It's stressing me out. Yeah, just lay on your toilet paper pillow. Just lay down. Go sleep. You take a nap right there, okay? Oh my god.
Back.
They get pissed when you fuck up their interrogation rooms. I mean, I would too if I was a detective, but it's kind of funny. That's why it's all plastic furniture. Bye bye. Okay. She was convicted of first-degree murder, sentenced to life with no parole. Good ol' LWAP. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out. I hope you watched this whole video. If you watched this whole video, I'm gonna literally give you a gift. Put a lettuce emoji in the comments if you got to this point, and I'm gonna send you a gift because that's so nice. Okay. Peace out, Girl Scouts.